We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
Another desperate plea from a daughter in search for her elderly mother after she was taken from her home. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Mooney. Today, Savannah Guthrie took to Instagram once again asking for your help in the search for her mother, Nancy Guthrie. Take a listen.
No matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation.
And you can see it right there in Savannah's face as we enter this second week of this desperate search. We've been all over the city of Tucson and the surrounding areas. The frantic search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie has continued, and the latest deadline in an alleged ransom note has just ended. Tonight, we're bringing you team coverage once again with News 4 Tucson's Monica Garcia and our Eric Fink. But first, let's get right to Monica, where Nancy Guthrie was last seen, with more on the expired ransom deadline that was set for today. Monica.
That's right, Sean. We're well beyond that 2 p.m. Arizona time deadline that was set in that alleged ransom note. And what's interesting now is the latest message from the Pima County Sheriff's Department that they just sent out, telling us that we can expect to see a law enforcement presence out here, that they're going to maintain a deputy out here, and that's exactly what's happening right now. So just across the street from the home, right here where we stand, we can see that Pima County Sheriff deputy. In fact, he just told someone to get off the property, someone that was, I believe, filming a podcast, told him to get off the property, and they're sort of maintaining security and having everybody just stay their distance. And we're about to show you the latest update from the investigators. But first, I just want to remind you guys, throughout the weekend, and especially yesterday outside the home, the drone video that showed those 3 officers opening a septic tank manhole and then lowering that long pole inside as part of the search. And obviously this prompted many people to ask what was going on. And so we did receive the latest from the Sheriff's Department. I want to make sure we're on that full screen still. That statement saying many of you observed an active law enforcement presence at the Guthrie residence over the weekend. That activity will continue tonight and into tomorrow as part of the ongoing investigative process, including the expansion of the search and follow up on those new leads. So that's where we're at today, the very latest from the Pima County Sheriff's Department. There continues to be an outpouring of support. In the 4 o'clock show, we did show you that growing memorial out here with flowers and words of encouragement. And let's take a listen to someone who drove all the way from the Phoenix area to pay her respects.
I love doing this stuff, and I was close enough to say, you know what, I'm going to go there and pay my respects. And that's why I came.
And you know, that's what Savannah Guthrie really echoed in her latest statement that she posted on Instagram. She wants and respects all the thoughts and prayers that have been going her way, and wants people to spread that message and appreciates this presence because obviously the more people that are out here spreading this information, telling people about Nancy Guthrie and her disappearance, and hopefully that will help us get some answers sooner rather than later. Sean, live from the foothills, Monica Garcia, back to you.
All right, thank you, Monica. It is now the 8th day that this desperate search has gone on to find Nancy Guthrie, and we are still waiting to hear the latest update from law enforcement. It has been several days now since the Pima County Sheriff's Department and the FBI has shared any new details in the case. News 4 Tucson's Eric Fink is live at PCSD headquarters on the south side today, and he's got that part of our coverage. Eric, anything new at all?
Well, Sean, I've been here for hours today, and the answer is no. The last time we heard from Sheriff Chris Nanos and the FBI was 4 days ago, as the nation's attention remains fixed on this case. National news crews are here. International news crews are here, waiting for word as the search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie continues. But so far today, no word from authorities here at the Pima County Sheriff's Department. Again, we last heard from Sheriff Nanos and an FBI agent on Thursday when they showed the timeline as to when Nancy went missing. In an email that was sent out to members of the media just earlier, just a few minutes ago, the Sheriff's Department says It understands there's a lot of interest in this case, but they say investigators need time and space to do their work. PCSD says a press conference will be called when something breaks or if there is a significant development. I myself have not seen Sheriff Nanos today. Let's take you back to a one-on-one that our Monica Garcia did with the sheriff on Thursday when he said he remains hopeful his team will bring Nancy home.
You know, I have all the faith in the world in my team. They're a great team. Time and time again, they prove I have to have faith in that. And I know people say, well, what proof do you have she's alive? And I said, what proof do you have that she's not? She's here. We're going to find her.
And the FBI still has a $50,000 reward out for any information leading to the safe return of Nancy or the arrest and conviction of anyone involved in her disappearance. That is the latest from here on the South Side. Live tonight at the PCSD headquarters. I'm Eric Fink, News 4, Tucson.
All right, thank you for that, Eric. And in the meantime, the FBI is still looking for any tips or leads to help in the search. If you have any information, you're asked to call the FBI. That number right there on your screen. That's 1-800-CALL-FBI if you have any information regarding Nancy Guthrie. For our continuing coverage on the ongoing search, be sure and stay with News 4 Tucson on air and on all of our social media platforms, as well as our website, KVOA.com/Nancy Guthrie. And please input that information if you have anything to help in this investigation.